Okay, today is Wednesday, February 10th. Okay, I'm just getting home, so I apologize if this is a tad bit late, but I have just turned off the Laker game to give you kids and parents a glimpse of what's going on in 7th grade at Lovingood. Okay, first and foremost, kids, parents, as you know, there is a social studies quiz tomorrow, as there is every Friday, and I am going to present you with some information that you will need to know for that quiz. This is valuable information considering I am the one creating the quiz. First of all, you need to know about human capital. What is human capital? Well, human capital is skills and education that are given to workers to help them do their job better. Of course, this would help your GDP, correct? Gross domestic product, which basically means your economy. Why would human capital help your economy? Well, if you invest in training with skills and education to your workers, they're able to produce better quality goods and more quality goods. Therefore, that creates profit, creates money, increases the GDP. Now, what is capital goods? Well, capital goods are things like making repairs and modernizing certain equipment. So why would investing in capital goods be a good thing? Why would that increase the GDP? Well, because now they have the resources to produce more quality goods, and they also have the money. Excuse me. Forgot to cut my phone off. So what was I saying? They have the quality, they have the resources to produce quality goods, and money is not wasted on broken machinery, which means you're kind of to invest in capital goods means you're getting closer with the times. As times go on, things become easier to recreate. So that's called repairing and modernizing. That's why investment in capital goods is a good thing. Okay, the absence or presence of natural resources can affect the country's economic growth. Well, natural resources are resources that occur naturally. How would this affect economic growth? Well, a country that lacks natural resources has to do what now? They have to import raw materials, which makes the final goods and services produced a lot more expensive. Countries that do not have an abundance of natural resources often have a low standard of living. Because if you're not able to have your own natural resources and you constantly have to import from other countries, well, now you're becoming very reliant on other countries. Entrepreneurship. To be an entrepreneur means you're willing to take risks and you start your own business. You become your own boss. Now, how can encouraging entrepreneurship increase GDP? Well, new businesses create new jobs. So that helps employment, new products, and they can increase international trades. Countries can encourage entrepreneurship by providing incentives, things like tax breaks for people who are willing to create their own business. What that means is you put the money up front to create your own business, but then when tax time comes around, as it is right now, that's where you get tax breaks. So it creates a financial benefit. Now let's talk about trade barriers. We have 3 trade barriers that we've talked about. Number 1 is an embargo. That's when you cut off all trade. A is a tariff, which is a tax on imports. And B is a quota, which is a limit on imports. It's very important that you know the difference in the 3 of those. Again, tariff, quota, and embargo. You need to know the differences in the 3. Why would a country want free trade? And that means there's unlimited trade. There's no limit, no trade barrier or anything. Well, first of all, it gives you freedom. Freedom to import or export as you see fit. And it increases competition because you are able to have creative control over what you want to trade. Now, why would a country want a trade barrier such as an embargo? And remember, an embargo is really serious business because it cuts off all trades. Why would someone want to do that? Well, here's one of the main points that you need to know and be prepared for tomorrow. You can make a political statement. You know, just say that you're at a disagreement or you're at odds with another country over whatever it may be, and you have an embargo and cut off all trade with that country. Well, now you're making a political statement, and you're possibly hitting that country in the pocket or in their wallets, which, again, whenever you do that, that is a very bold statement. Alright, you're also going to have to figure out exchange rates. Mr. Bailey, what are you talking about? Well, let's say, and we went over this in class, if 1 US dollar equals 69 euros, for example, how much would a $3 ice cream cost in euros? You're going to set up a proportion. We said $1 equals, instead of 69, we'll say 0.69 euros. Alright, so look at what we have. $1, right, equals 0.69 euros. And we said, how much would a $3 ice cream cost in euros? Well, put that over. See how we can work across the curriculum? Now we're doing math. You set it up like this. $1 equals 0.69 euros. $3 equals X because we don't know what it would equal. At this point, you would have to cross multiply, right? 3 times 0.69. And then that would give you 2.06 euros. That's how you would set that up. Please remember how to do this and practice at home. Do the math part because it will be on your quiz tomorrow. What else? What else? What else? You need to know about the government and the economics of Africa. Certain points I want you to remember. The Republic of Kenya, for example, their leadership is a president and a prime minister. Remember that. The Republic of South Africa. Remember that 1 in 5 people in the Republic of South Africa have AIDS. So in this particular area of Africa, that is a very, very serious problem. Please remember that. The Republic of Sudan. What government type do they have? They have a dictatorship. And finally, Republic of Nigeria. Remember that they have a very, very corrupt government. Now, back to the dictatorship. What does that mean? Well, what that means is in the Republic of Sudan, citizens cannot criticize the government or its leaders, and they also have no freedom of speech or press. That's a dictatorship. So, all you have to do is go back and listen to everything that we've just discussed, and you will be ready for your quiz tomorrow. Switching gears. Math classes. My math class with Miss King, which is 4th period, and my math class with Miss Walker, which is 6th period. Parents, your child should have this. This is what they should have brought home yesterday. It is a study guide. It's front and back. They should be working on this. Once again, I'm also creating the math quiz. Now, why would I say you should be working on this? Is it possible that you could be able to use this tomorrow for your quiz? Is it possible that I'm taking questions directly from the study guide? Only time will tell. But I don't typically mention things for no reason. Finally, my 5th period math class, we're doing what's called using similar figures. So what exactly does this mean? Let's see. I want parents and students to pay close attention to this. It is not very difficult. You may see a problem like this. You have two triangles here, two similar triangles. So what has to happen is you have to find what x equals and also what ratio do these similar figures have. So how do we do that? Well, first look at the bottom. You have the base of a triangle and the base of another triangle. So we'll make that 6 over 9 equals 6 over 9 equals, you got it, 15 over x. Now, parents and students, be very aware. We started with the big triangle when we put 6 over 9. So, after the equal sign, we have to start with the big triangle again. So, equals 15 over x. At this point, there's two ways to do this. You could multiply 9 times 15 equals 6x, and then you have a one-step equation. Or, I've stressed to the students that they need to learn how to reduce fractions. We look at our 6 over 9. What does that reduce to? Well, 3 goes into 6 2 times, and 3 goes into 9 3 times. So let's go ahead and make that 2/3. Okay. Now, 2 over 3 equals 15 over x. If you cross multiply, 3 times 15 is 45. 2 times x is 2x. And I'm running out of room. We'll put that here. So 45 equals 2x. Now, if you recall, back when we began our algebra unit, you would divide 2x on each side to find what x equals. (45) divided by 2 is 22.5. So x equals 22.5. Okay, the students came home tonight with homework in math. It's a worksheet and where they're using similar figures. So parents, please review that example I just gave and make sure your child does that homework sheet tonight. If they don't understand anything, all math classes need to come to Math Now in the morning. Now I know this was kind of lengthy, but I think it was some very valuable information. Once again, this is SuperLearning123, and I will see all of you students tomorrow. Thank you.